If your cat vomits regularly, once a week, maybe more, do you actually know what their body is trying to tell you? Most people assume it's hairballs, eating too fast, or just something cats do. But behind that behavior, there's something deeper that most people miss. And if you keep treating it as normal, which most owners do, you might be missing a condition that is quietly getting worse every single week. Let's start with what vomiting actually means in a cat's body. I'll save the most important truth for last, and when you hear it, you'll never ignore it again. 1. Their stomach is sending you a distress signal. Have you ever watched your cat vomit what looks like undigested food shortly after eating and assumed they ate too fast? Most people clean it up and move on. But here's what most people don't realize. Food coming up within 30 minutes of eating isn't vomiting in the traditional sense. It's regurgitation. The food never reached the stomach. That distinction matters enormously because regurgitation points to esophageal problems, megaesophagus, strictures, motility disorders, while vomiting points to stomach or intestinal issues. They look similar on your floor. They mean completely different things inside your cat's body. In the wild, a cat with a compromised ability to keep food down would lose condition rapidly. There is no recovery time, no next meal guaranteed. The body's rejection of food is always a crisis signal, never background noise. A study from the Journal of Veterinary Internal Medicine found that cats presenting with chronic vomiting received a specific gastrointestinal diagnosis in 74% of cases when fully investigated, meaning most chronic vomiting has a real, identifiable cause that can be treated. That's not a cat with a sensitive stomach. That's a body asking for help in the only language it has. 2. Hairballs are not as normal as you think. Why does your cat bring up a hairball every week? And everyone, including your vet, calls it normal. Most people accept hairballs as an inevitable part of cat ownership. And here's the thing most people get wrong. Occasional hairballs are normal, but frequent ones are not. If your cat is producing hairballs more than once or twice a month, their gut motility is compromised. Hair should pass through the digestive system. When it accumulates instead, it means the intestines aren't moving things through efficiently, and that inefficiency doesn't stay limited to hair. In the wild, cats ingest fur constantly through grooming and consuming prey whole. Their gut was designed to move it through. Frequent hairball production in a domestic cat is a sign that this system has slowed, and a slow gut is a vulnerable gut. A study from the Wolfram Center for Pet Nutrition found that cats fed high-fiber diets specifically formulated to improve gut motility reduced hairball frequency by over 80%, demonstrating that frequent hairballs reflect a dietary and motility issue, not an unavoidable biological fact. And hey, if this is making sense to you, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more cat owners who deserve to know this. That's not your cat being a cat. That's a digestive system asking for a different kind of support. 3. Their food may be the source of everything. Have you ever switched your cat's food and noticed the vomiting changed, either better or significantly worse? Most people don't connect diet changes to vomiting patterns carefully enough. But here's what makes this fascinating. Cats are obligate carnivores with a digestive system that evolved over millions of years to process raw animal protein, not grains, plant fillers, or highly processed kibble. When the ingredient profile doesn't match what the gut was built for, inflammation follows, and chronic inflammation in the gut produces chronic vomiting. A study from the American College of Veterinary Internal Medicine found that cats with chronic vomiting placed on hydrolyzed protein or novel protein diets showed complete resolution of symptoms in 49% of cases without any other medical intervention. That's not a cat with mystery stomach issues. That's a cat whose body is rejecting an ingredient it was never designed to process. 4. Their gut may be chronically inflamed. Ever notice your cat vomits consistently, same time of day, same appearance, same frequency, for months or years? Most people assume consistency means it's harmless. But here's the part most people miss. Chronic inflammatory bowel disease is the most underdiagnosed condition in cats presenting with regular vomiting. The gut wall thickens over time. Absorption decreases, weight drops slowly, and the vomiting that started as a symptom becomes a permanent feature of a system in ongoing distress. In the wild, chronic gut inflammation would be fatal. There is no functioning wild cat with untreated IBD. In domestic cats, it progresses quietly, sometimes for years, because the cat continues eating, continues moving, continues seeming okay on the surface. A study from Cornell University's College of Veterinary Medicine found that intestinal biopsy confirmed inflammatory bowel disease in 60% of cats with unexplained chronic vomiting lasting more than 3 months. And that early treatment with dietary management and medication halted progression in the majority of cases. That's not a cat who is prone to vomiting. That's a gut that has been inflamed for a long time and finally needs someone to look closer. 5. They need you to stop normalizing it. Remember at the beginning when I said there's something deeper behind this that most people miss? This is that moment. When your cat was a kitten, there was one presence responsible for knowing when something was wrong. Not when it became obvious, not when it became loud. From the beginning, because that presence was paying attention. That presence is you now. Your cat isn't thinking about their stomach when they vomit and walk away. They're thinking about connection. They chose you to be the one who notices, who doesn't file it away as normal, who acts before the quiet signals become something harder to fix. Chronic vomiting is your cat's most consistent message. The same message, repeated week after week, hoping you'll finally hear it differently. You heard it. Now act.